Hello, my friends. It's Jen Pittabach with By the Shore Stamping. Welcome back to day 14 of our 15-day video series. Thank you so much for sticking with me this whole round of videos. I hope you're finding lots of inspiration here. And of course, if you're watching on YouTube, it does wonders if you just go ahead and click the like video, and even better, if you really want to make my day, go ahead and subscribe. And that's just a great way to let me know you're enjoying the videos and for me to do more. All right, let's do a card for today's video. We're actually going to use the Mediterranean Blooms suite again, so let me show that to you really quick again. So Citrus Blooms bundle with the dies and the stamp set, and then we also have the gems, which I did use, as well as the paper. So this is kind of the not kind of, it is the same paper I used for that pocket page in my pocket, like the front page of my pocket page album for Greece a couple of days ago. So it's that same collection. Love these papers. Love this suite. It was one of the firsts that had to go onto my list. I also threw in the dies from the Spotlight on Nature bundle, which is one of the ones Nate used last week. So I'm using one of the circle dies for that. And I'm actually going to be copying a card that was not one of the swaps I got in Mexico, but was one that was on the swap board. So I don't know who it was that made this design because I didn't actually receive it. So I don't have it to look at to see the name, but it was on the board. So when we swapped in Mexico, Stampin' Up! Actually keeps one copy of each of the swaps that we had. And then they hang them on boards for us to look at, and we can take pictures so that if we want to use them as inspiration moving forward, we can. So if this is your swap card, I loved it, and I may have changed it a little bit. I'm not sure, but it's pretty much what this person did, and I loved it. So if it's yours, go ahead and let me know in the comments below, because I would love to give you credit. But like I said, I did not get it as one of my swaps in my package, so I don't have the original designer, and I'm not sure what he or she did on the back of the card base, but I just used one of the background patterns from the stamp set and Night of Navy ink and just kind of stamped that around the back there. And then I took two of the pattern pieces of paper. One's only like an inch wide and the other one is an inch and a half, and then I took they're by 5 inches, and I just took one and layered it on top of the other, and I used my grid paper. I didn't do it that time, but typically I use my grid paper to kind of make sure I get those lined up. And then I'm going to stick that down here, kind of with a nice border around it. Okay, and then like I said, I used those Spotlight on Nature dies to cut out a basic white circle with that fun little edging. And then I also have a scrap piece of basic white here, and I'm gonna stamp or ink that up with Memento Black, because I'm gonna use Stampin' Blends on it. So we'll do Memento Black and we'll stamp that. Okay, so then I have this image, and then I used Daffodil Delight, Peach Pie, and Old Olive ribbon, or no, markers to color the image. And ta-da! Look at that magic. I actually colored it and die cut it before I started the video just to make this go a little bit faster. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on with some dimensionals. And I did do a couple of videos back, I did do a card where I actually colored while you watched, and I gave you some tips and tricks as I did that. So if you'd like some tips and tricks for coloring, specifically with the Stampin' Blends or any alcohol markers, you can go ahead and check that video out from a couple of days ago. It's on my YouTube channel. And if you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, it would make me so happy if you were. You can go on over to YouTube and type in By the Shore Stamping, and I should come up. All right. So now I'm going to just attach this to the front of the card with dimensionals as well. Okay. I'm going to put one in the middle to prevent that from sagging. Okay. And we'll put that down like so. And then we need a sentiment, so I'm going to use the Night of Navy ink again. I cut myself a little piece of the Balmy Blue cardstock, which is one of the colors in the paper. I'm sorry, it's not Balmy Blue, it's Boho Blue, which both colors are in that cardstock, but the Boho is the one that's mostly featured on this paper, so that's the one I used. And I'm just using Night of Navy to stamp on that. And I'm going to actually cut the end on an angle, and we're going to tuck that in right there, like so. So I'll use regular adhesive here, and then I'm just going to grab one dimensional for the end to keep it secured. And we'll stick that like that. Okay, and then last but not least is just to add a little bit of bling, and I'm going to just use these white ones. So we'll use a large one, a small one, and let's go with another large one up here. Maybe like that. And there you go. And actually, I did also use the Wink of Stella, which I did not do when I colored this one. I used that on these oranges, or whatever they are. They must be oranges, right? All right. There we go. So a little glitz and glamour for that. And there you have it. And we have one more video for you this week. So tomorrow, the 15th, which is our last day of our daily video series featuring new catalog product, I'm actually going to go through all of our paper, the new paper that is in the catalog, because the new catalog paper share card camp is going to open tomorrow. So if this is new to you, every new catalog, I do a paper share card camp. This one will be over 2 days because we have so many new papers. There's 11 new papers in the new catalog. So I will show you all the papers tomorrow, and we'll design a card featuring patterned paper, and just kind of give you a good template to borrow if you want to show off some paper. But then I'll also show you all the papers that are in the new catalog, and we'll have a link for you to be able to join us for that event if you choose to. Otherwise, you can just use the inspiration for your own crafting. And as always, I so appreciate you being here. Feel free to share, or like I said, follow along with my journey. I would love to have you. And we thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.